Let us look at the DNA of SAP security, or the inner workings of security in SAP application. The users are always assigned roles. They might be assigned composite roles. Composite roles are nothing but a collection of single roles. So user will get assigned to composite roles. Roles will have single roles. Each of the single roles have profiles. Why profiles? Because that was the old-fashioned way SAP used to assign authorization, and roles were built in a later stage to make administration user-friendly. So we have roles, we have profiles. Each of the profiles contain transaction, menu, authorization objects, field value, actions, etc. The roles are managed in PFCG, and till version 4.6c they were called activity groups. So this is how you can look at the structure of the roles. There are roles. Roles are bifurcated into composite roles and single roles. Single roles can again be parent and child role, which are called derived roles. So there are three kinds of roles: composite role, single role, and derived roles. This is what I said earlier, that the design of SAP security began with profiles and roles and was later adapted for began with profiles and roles were later adapted for ease of administration. To maintain backward compatibility, we still have profile concept. In earlier versions, profiles were created with SU02. Now they are auto-generated with PFCG. A single profile contains less than 150 authorizations. So if you have one role which is too big and contains a lot and lots of authorization object, then it gets split into multiple profiles. Authorizations are acceptable values for authorization object field. So we started with user. User gets roles. He gets composite roles many times, and composite roles will contain single roles. Single roles will have profiles. Please note that composite roles do not carry profile. It is only single roles which carry profile. Profiles carry authorization objects, transactions, field values, and that's the hierarchy structure in DNA of SAP security. Now, authorizations are maintained in transaction SU20. Group of relevant objects are generally clubbed together and they form an authorization object class. You don't need to remember what is an authorization object class. This is just a good to know thing, and these classes are maintained in a transaction called SU22. You might rarely use it, but it's just a good to know thing. Examples of authorization object are given on the screen. So the table security is controlled by authorization object called s underscore tabu underscore dis. Then remote function call security, which is another critical security component, is controlled by s underscore rfc. Programs are and program development and execution is controlled by s underscore develop. GUI is graphical user interface. The control is s underscore GUI. Printing is controlled under s underscore spo underscore actual. So these are a very few examples. There are hundreds of authorization object, and as you continue to work in SAP security, you will come across and learn a lot about authorization objects. Authorization objects are defined in SU21, so you can also go ahead and create a custom authorization object if there is a need in your organization. They control two aspects: what action is possible and what specific element are you changing. For example, SW this, you can control which table you are either displaying or modifying or creating, and it also controls the activity, which is the display activity, change activity, create or delete activity, and second aspect is the name of the table. Activity is actions. There are multiple actions possible on a particular component of security. The key ones being create, change, display, delete, approve, save, reverse, rollback. Then there are others like print, export, import, and there are quite a number of activities. The important ones to remember are four. Create comes with activity number 01, change comes with activity number 02, display is 03, delete is 06. Activities are again controlled in PFCG. That brings us to the end of the session. Thank you.